No, sir.
Hi everyone, I'm Shalini Malhotra, owner and chef of Life Palette. And today I'm going to show you how to make a baked cheese samosa and sweet baked matti. So let's start with the dough for the samosa. To make the dough for the samosa, you will need 50 grams of maida, 50 grams of rice flour and 50 grams of Amul butter. Make sure that your butter is at room temperature melted but not in a liquidy form. And once you have mixed all the ingredients, uh, your batter, can we focus on the batter please? Your batter should look something like this. It should be crumbly. Add a pinch of soda at this point of time. So the batter is crumbly, add a pinch of soda, and now to convert this into a proper batter, use cold water. So I have got cold water from the fridge, and I will take only a tablespoon of water and I will pour it into my batter and start joining your batter together. If you can see, you don't need much water, you need very little water, and the batter should start coming together. So in this much, only 1 tablespoon of water was good enough for me. And as I start kneading it, you will see batter turn into a smooth dough like this. Okay, now once you have your smooth dough, you need to wrap it up into a cling film and put it in the refrigerator. You can refrigerate it for about an hour and use it immediately. If you refrigerate it for more than an hour, like I refrigerated overnight, then take it out half an hour before you need to make your samosa. Now moving ahead, so you take your batter and you roll it into a ball, and then you roll it since we have put rice flour into this batter, your batter might seem a little crumbly, but so just be very careful while rolling it. Don't make it too thin and don't make it too thick. Then I use this particular gadget to actually make the samosas. If you don't have a mold like this, you can use a katori or you can use a bottle ka dhakkan, anything that you have at home. So can we focus on this please? So what you do is you cut your round shapes and in a small bowl you can pour some cold water and you rub the water around the edges. So I will first remove the extra dough. You can go back and then you take your Amul cheese. The cheese, please take processed cheese, don't take mozzarella cheese, otherwise it will not have the right saltiness. So I have grated my cheese, as you can see, and then we will put a little bit of cheese. Do not put too much, otherwise it will start oozing out while you bake it. And then gently with your hand shape it. Hi, sorry, the connection went away. We are back. So as you were seeing, I was making the samosas. So once you have folded them, please make sure you stick the edges with your finger, and then using a fork you can just dab it together. It makes a design as well as it makes it stick together. Okay, once this is done, you can just lift it up and put it on a baking tray. which is lined with butter paper, and you put it in the oven and we let it bake for 30 to 45 minutes at about 200 degrees. Okay, so while our samosas are baking, let us go into the... Okay, we're back again. Sorry, these are COVID times and the internet connection is a bit dodgy today. Our in the oven, and while that happens, let's move on to our baked sweet mathi. For the baked sweet mathi, you will need half a cup of maida. In that you mix half a cup of rice flour. With that 1 cup of suji and 1 cup of atta. In that you will need to take about 3/4 cup of amul ghee. Then you take about amul ghee, and then you take gur, the shakkar, the powdered gur. You take 1 cup of that and a pinch of soda, and you put it into a bowl. Don't put your ghee immediately because we need, the quantity of ghee is variable. So once you have put, now I have put ghee into this and I have made it into a crumbly batter. The way to know that the ghee quantity is good is by holding it into a hand. So if it remains in a compact form, that means that this is the right amount of ghee. So you may need...
Back again.
Okay. Hi, we're back again. So we had a question. Somebody asked me, why did you use rice flour? Rice flour has got a good binding property. Ideally, it's not a very good idea to use maida in everything, but completely without maida, the binding of the mathi doesn't take place. Rice flour has a good binding quality, so therefore we substitute half the maida with rice flour. If you do not wish to use rice flour, you are okay. You can be using 1 cup of maida instead. Okay. Now we move ahead. So as I was explaining, the batter should be crumbly like this, and it should hold together in your...
Your life.
Okay. So now in this also take ice cold water or water from the fridge, about 2 tablespoons of water, and make this into a fine dough. As you put water, start joining your dough together. Try not to use too much of water. And as you start making the dough, you will see it will turn into something like this, a fine dough like this. You can put it in the refrigerator for about half an hour to an hour. And the same principle, if you put it for more than that much time, it will become too hard and you will need to take it out half an hour before. Now let's talk about the flavoring in this. So to add flavor to the mathi, I have put in elaichi powder. But you could also, if you want to make it more interesting for your children, you could just put a little bit of vanilla essence. You could even put a little bit of chocolate chips, or even a little bit of kesar. Whatever is your mood and suiting to your palate, you can use that. And also, just to let you know that this mathi batter will also be slightly crumbly because it has got suji and rice flour in it. So we will roll it out, and don't make it too thick, don't make it too thin. And to make it interesting for the children, I use some cookie cutters. So let's use a star cookie cutter. I have also put some sesame seeds in this because sesame seeds are full of calcium, and this is a good way to introduce it into your children's diet.
Chef, there's a... You recap the recipe, please, because of the loss of connection.
Okay, sure. So very quickly recapping, for the meaty mathi, you will need half a cup of maida, half a cup of rice flour, 1 cup of atta, 1 cup of suji, about half a cup of ghee, and 1 cup of gur shakkar or powdered gur. And in that, seasoning of your choice. And then you cut it into these very interesting patterns. Line it on a baking tray and put it in the oven to bake. Now I have some stuff ready here. So as you can see, the baked samosas are ready. and they will come out something like this. Of nutritious atta, full of nutritious rice flour, and there is cheese which provides a good amount of energy to the children. Into the filling you could even add some herbs. So I have got some fresh oregano and fresh basil. You could even add some chili flakes if you're making for yourself. And so that's about our session today. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you will make this for your children and give them a nice yummy snack in the evenings. Thank you everyone.
Chef, there's a question. Can you recap the entire recipe for the matti?
Okay, so I will recap it once again. For the matti, you need half a cup of rice flour, half a cup of maida, 1 cup of atta, 1 cup of suji, and 1 cup of powdered sugar, powdered gur, and half a cup of ghee. The ghee could be less or more, it depends upon the consistency of the batter. You will need a pinch of soda and any flavoring of your choice, and about 2 to 3 tablespoons of cold fridge water.
Thank you, Chef. I think there was a loss of connection. You might want to show them how you kneaded the dough and what does the dough look like.
Okay, so I have put some water into the dough. So I will just show you. Always use I always use a tablespoon to add water, because if you add excess water then it's difficult to get back. So as you can see, this is all coming together. There you go. The dough is ready. You can put it in a small, you can wrap it in cling film, or you could even put it in a small glass box and you can just put it in the refrigerator. And this is how the dough will come out of the refrigerator. It's always good to put it in the refrigerator for some time because it hardens up and it gets a good consistency. Okay, now that our snacks are ready, let's have a quick taste test. So I'm going to invite my 6-year-old Angar, and I'm going to have him try these 2 snacks. So just give me 1 minute. Angar, you want a snack? Come quickly. You want to try a snack? Look, I made something for you. Come. Angar, say hi. Hi. So Angar, I make you your favorite samosa, and I made you your sweet matti. You want to taste and tell everybody how it is? You want to take a bite and tell everybody? How is it, Angar?
Wow, Mama, it's yummy.
Great. And with that, Angar, you can have your favorite drink. Okay? Go inside and enjoy your snack. Okay, so as you can see, everybody, my kids enjoyed this snack. I'm sure yours will too. Thank you so much for joining today. I had fun cooking for you. I hope you had fun watching my show. Do enjoy the recipes. Bye-bye.